everyone, it is Darkseeker here again. Welcome back for another video. Now, before we get to today's deck, I would like you to take a moment to step back and to relax your mind. Forget about everything and anything that may be troubling you. Let us go on a journey together. Imagine that you are a dragon flying through the air, spewing forth fire and flame, laying waste to everything around you. Unstoppable, invincible. Focus on the flames, your flames with unbearable heat, burning, searing, your flames that have caused such destruction. And yet there are those that feel like they can stop you, those that feel like they can stand up against you, and so now you call upon the power of nature to assist you, the power of the Druids. Fire and nature together, truly unstoppable. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are playing with dragons. This is Pemmin's Dragon Druid, and a big thank you to a good friend of mine, FcBoogax, for recommending this deck to me. There are multiple ways to win with this deck: Zzeraku, Nathria, dragon-based ball pressure, and I'm really happy to see Emerald Explorer in the deck. Discovering dragons is such a wonderful concept. You could discover Zzeraku or Zzeraku Unleashed. All of you that have been following my channel for quite some time will know that Zzeraku is probably my favourite dragon in all of Hearthstone. So let's have a look at the deck in action on the Wild Mode ladder. So we're joining this game in progress. It's against a priest. Priest is just everywhere on the ladder at the moment for me. Usually big priest, really frustrating, really annoying. But we were able to steal Neptulon from our opponent. Neptulon is not run naturally in this deck. And on top of that, we have 2 copies of Nathria, and we have the Floop. So, we are going to get 3 goes with the Deathrattle Battlecry. But what we're doing at the moment is just focusing on building up the damage. And our opponent is pretty much out of resources in hand. Hopefully not having too many options here each turn. Whereas in my hand I've got options. I've even got a resurrection spell, which is crazy. It feels like we're the big priest in this game.
My palm is purple.
And our opponent's deck, if you take a look at it on the left hand side, slightly different build of big priest compared to what people are normally playing. But they've still got, you know, those big resurrection spells. Oh, Mutanus. Probably not going to do anything, right? So, here we go. Now, I probably could have gone off on an earlier turn with Deathrattle, but honestly, sometimes it's fun to wait. Oh, no. Okay, I take that back. Perhaps I should not have waited. So, my Deathrattle is gone, my Floop is gone. That was a key win condition for me that has now disappeared. Oh dear. Well, now we could be in trouble. So we're just going to have to pressure our opponent here with a somewhat threatening board. Lotham's Battlecry hopefully does some work for us. Well, they resurrect a tree. And Mutanus, what do you get? Oh, yeah, Shraj! Oh my goodness! Oh, and that was lethal. Okay, I wasn't counting. I will take that win. Alright, during this next game, in progress, once again, it's another priest. Priests are just everywhere, are they not? Too many of them on the ladder. This priest was running Ragnaros, Obsidian Statue, Forge Fiend. So another different build of Big Priest. And I'm just ending my turns here without doing anything because I want this game to continue. I felt cheated after my last game. So I want Nathria's value. That's what I want. And I am happy for this game to continue on for as long as is needed. So we've already got one copy of Denathrius on the board, but if you look at our hand, you know, we're going to be ready to go again with Denathrius. And this should be 24 damage. Very nice. Right, another game. This is a Paladin. Take a look at the deck list on the left hand side. This Paladin deck, really interesting. I mean, they're out of options for the most part. Not much in their hand. But they're putting up a good fight. And they're staying in it. But my Denathrius getting buffed up. Could be another game that we end with Denathrius. So I'm just gonna take my sweet time here. Just want my Denathrius to get buffed up as much as we can get it buffed up to. We have a brown bronzebeard in hand. Front lines. Oh my goodness. Wow. The opponent probably feeling like they've had some good value on that last turn, but just look at my hand, just chock full of value. I mean, just think of Bran, Denathrius, and Zola all on one turn. And again, I am just taking it super slow, prolonging this game. We'll let our opponent work through their entire deck if needed. Okay, we're running out of cards, so I think we just put an end to this now. Unfortunately, I could not play the Zola. That's a shame. Okay, let's look at a full game. And surprise, surprise, it's a priest. Again, another one. So, double poison seeds in hand. I see you've brought guests. Maybe that'll do some work for us. We shall see. So this deck runs two weapons, the Sphere of Sapience and the Twig. So I think normally you'd want to get the Twig and then pop the Twig with the Sphere. But we've got the Sphere here, so we may as well play it. It'll offer us choices of cards, and we can choose and hopefully make the right choices here. This gives us a bit more flexibility. Not attacking, because we don't want to use up the weapon charge. This is clearly a big priest. So, maybe we've got a little bit of time here. I think the key will be the poison seeds. What value can we get from poison seeds? And then there's the timing of it. When do you play it?
I'm 7 moves ahead of you.
Do you play the poison seeds after they have their first big minion on the board? Or do you just wait a little bit? Keep in mind, we only have 2 copies. So we have to be considerate of our resources and their availability. Okay, that's fine. That was to be expected, but part of me wanted to see if our opponent would do something different, but that's fine. We could do it again. Because now they've used up the coin. Alright. Now, let us see what the opponent does. They have to know that we're countering a spell, yeah. They're smart. Very unfortunate. We're facing a smart big priest. Here we go. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. Well, there's the twig. So, we get the trees onto the board. And I want to kill off some of these trees. I think the focus here is putting them into the res pool. Sure. I'm just using up my mana as much as I can. That didn't feel like a terribly efficient turn, but... And if this is the more up-to-date version of Big Priest, then they'll only be running 2 minions. Unlike the versions of Big Priest that you saw earlier in the video, that were running lots of different minions. There should only be 2 in this deck. So we've got the second poison seeds. Oh, mind games. Oh, that's interesting. So they're going to put that 3-2 in their res pool. Interesting. And I felt like that was not even needed. Obviously, if they got a big minion, it'd be a bit different, but... So, let's just see. Alright, there he is. Here's the Neptulon. So you may look at that play and think, well, I've pulled Neptulon from hand, I've killed it off, I've added Neptulon to the res pool. Yes, that is true. However, I've also stopped them having the initiative of playing Neptulon on a given turn and getting that rush Wind Fury value. So what I've got to hope for now is enough of these trees to die and for that res pool to just be very much polluted to the point where they're just resurrecting lots of trees. That's the hope and the prayer. Although, does killing off more trees do more to pollute the res pool? Or does a tree just count as 1 minion? I should know this, having played Hearthstone for so long. But then I guess part of me is just trying to block out Big Priest from my mind, right? Stop thinking about it, because it can be stressful thinking about Big Priest. Anyway, here we go. Spellstone. Right, they get 3-2. That's alright. I bet they regret playing mind games now. Now, it is worth noting that my health total is incredibly low. We're not expecting burst damage from hand. Like, surely, you know, they wouldn't play Mind Blast. Although I guess stranger things have happened. But hopefully we can get onto the road to stabilization here. With a little bit of Armageddon in hand. Ooh, Soul Mirror. Wait. So that's put the dragon in the res pool. I mean, I think that's okay. If it reduces the chances of Neptulon coming out.
We must stop this corruption.
Yeah, anything we can do to reduce Neptulon's chances of coming onto the board, it's a good thing. So that Soul Mirror was, I guess, pretty good. Would rather deal with an 8/8 dragon as opposed to dealing with Neptulon. Oh, Obsidian statue. Alright, that's going to go into the pool as well. Do we get lucky here? Yes, we do. Alright, fantastic. And I want to get lucky again. Now, if my opponent is holding a minion in hand, it may pressure them to actually play it to avoid it getting eaten. That's fine. That's very good. That's not so good. Grave Rune. Ugh. Alright. So, barista value. This reminds me of Shadowwalk Shaman. Barista value indeed. Alright. Alright, goodbye barista. Served your purpose. Should I have made that trade there? Should I have popped it? Or should I just have waited for the opponent? I've just given them 2 statues. I don't know. I guess there's some logic to say that the Deathrattle was gonna proc at some point, but interesting. Wouldn't they have preferred the card draw there through trading? So, double Mutanus does nothing.
We must stop this corruption.
So now we are relying on the pressure of these dragons to keep us in this game. And I don't know if we'll ever get that Mutanus value now, going forward. Because I just assume as they top deck a card, if it's a minion, they're just going to play it, aren't they? The rat is inconsequential here. It's just a body. Although, if we could keep going like this, with the opponent top decking 1 card each turn, and if we can deal with whatever they do, maybe we can get to the end game.
We must stop this corruption.
Nozdormu, it's an 8/8. And we'll just continue the value train here on the dragons. I'm holding back from attacking with a twig. Should I just be putting my face into one of these statues, taking 4 and just getting the mana value? Popping the twig and then having access to more mana? Oh, that's actually worked out reasonably well because they can't heal the statue now. Oh, no, 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 no. I need to use up my mana first and then get some more mana. Onyxia. Fill the board, 1/1s. Pop the statue, kill a 1/1, not the Onyxia. Very nice. Now I can use my mana up. Somewhat frustrating that we didn't get Wild Heart Guff. But that's okay. So we still floated some mana on the last turn. I don't think there was a good way of using everything up efficiently. But that's okay. Opponent not do... Oh, hello. There's Guff. Okay, the comeback is continuing. I thought about Theater there, but I don't really think we're going to get much value on him. So, what has the opponent got here to deal with this board? Oh, healing, of course. So, I guess it didn't change a lot. Continue to put them under pressure, just maintain this board, and if they get rid of this board, we play some more big stuff. So, can they find a board clear spell here, I think is the question. Ooh. Oh. That's awkward. You shall pay for your... Oh, it's not terrible. Oh, we killed the Nathria. How wonderful. Really? Okay.
This must be the way. The time has come to dethrone our former master.
Save the dragon? No. Alright. So, this game is dragging on a little. Very nice. So Zzeraku-san is active. Curious to see what else my opponent's gonna have. Ooh, Spellstone. Okay, that's fine. The key thing is that Neptulon is not being resummoned. So, looking at the cards that were left in my deck, I think it was fine to go off here with the Zzeraku-san. Book of the Dead, you love to see it. That's damage. Twilight Drake with Brand Bronzebeard. Now that's a beautiful combo. Truly a beautiful combo. I'm just gonna chill. Honestly, I'm gonna chill. Part of me also wants to delay the remainder of this game because I want my Zzeraku-san cards. Fine. Ooh, hello damage. So, I don't want to trade my 8/8 dragon into that. So we'll just go with this damage here. Okay. Sure. And there's my value. Alright. Maybe we make the conscious decision now to put an end to this game. Do I really want to tempt fate by dragging this out and letting the priest draw into more res spells? Alright, they get one tree. Sure.
High five.
Goodbye to the dragon. And say hello
Do not confine me.
to another dragon.
His reign ends now.
And there we go. Happy days. So this deck, doing well against Big Priest.
Slips away.
Alright, joining this game in progress. It's a Druid with some kind of Deathrattle synergy. Double Hedge Maze. Oh dear.
The Seed Lord be its own treasure.
Okay, this is fine. Nathria getting the buff. I was thinking Mutanus, but I want to combo Mutanus with Bran if I can. It's a really greedy play doing that, but it's only going to cost me 10 mana. So, although there are limited resources in the opponent's hand, so are we likely to hit 2 minions if we play Bran Mutanus?
Reflect in the moonwell.
Huh. Going for this wide board here. Okay. There's a twig.
No! Watch
Alright, bit of a slow play on our part here. Little bit of a board clear. But we're getting the twig set up. What would be lovely is getting Guff. When playing this deck, I don't seem to have much luck getting Guff early on in the game. He always shows up in the late game.
What is it? What is it?
Oh my goodness. Quadruple Peasant. That's a lot of cards. And double Atmos. Oh wow. Opponent's hand is about to be filled with resources. Playing Denathrius here is quite funny. Killing all of the peasants. Alright. With all of these resources that the opponent no longer has access to, I feel pretty good after killing those peasants. Although they did get the cards from Thalnos, I guess. Oh, wow. Wow. So Nathria led to the victory. Okay, joining this next game, it's a mage. Strange how we're not facing a big priest. Incredibly refreshing, all those secrets mage. Blast from the past. Secrets mage has got a couple of new tools with the last expansion. And I honestly don't mind playing against it. There was a point in history where playing against Secrets Mage was considered a chore, frustrating.
Excuse me, you are on fire.
But I don't mind anymore, honestly. It doesn't feel broken. And with a deck like this, starting at 40 health, you just have a little bit more leeway. You have a bit more time on your side. I think we just got to be really wary of counterspell. We've already got rid of one counterspell.
Insanity is no excuse for bad manners.
So what do we want to steal? The Conjurer, I think, is fine, and then we'll give them the coin. Wonderful. The Conjurer is ball pressure and tempo for them, and we want to avoid that, so I think stealing that was a good shout. It's also given us information as to what else is in their hand and what is to come over the next couple of turns. Ooh, aiming for the face, and now reconsidering looking at my minion, Theatar. And back to the face we go, okay. If in doubt, target the face. Sure. Coin? Oh, okay. Alright, committing everything and anything here. Does that counterspell? Nope. Alright.
Delightful insanity!
Oh, bloody hell. Rig fair game. That's annoying. Should I just have gone face to avoid that proccing? I always forget.
Were you followed?
This is a really cool card, that 2/2. So, thinking ahead then to my next couple of turns. I have a Mutanus. Hopefully will do some work against a relatively substantial threat in their hand. I have another Theatar if I want to play it. I'm going to go with the Mutanus, see what value we can get here. Okay, that's disappointing, but it stopped them drawing a secret. That could be relevant. Oh, I would rather have got that Flak Mage. And they have the other Arcanologist. Oh my goodness, I really would have liked to have got that. Eaten by Mutanus. And they are ignoring my Mutanus, they just feel like they've got all the pressure in the world. Okay, counterspell. Sure.
We must stop this corruption.
We're going with a taunt. And I think I'm most afraid of that Flak Mage. Yeah. I mean, I could have taken 4 damage off the board or 5 damage off the board, but the Flak Mage Yeah, look, they had a secret. I guess the Flak Mage was the most threatening. And now I'm getting a little bit concerned. There's a fair amount of damage coming towards my face, although I've got this armor gain here, which is nice. These 3 secrets, they concern me a little. They just add to the confusion. What do I do here? I've got a number of different options. And I think decision making with this deck can be a little bit more sort of challenging. So let's look for runes here. It is explosive runes, okay. I think the priority is to get the taunt on the board and, you know, have it sit there alive rather than dead to runes. That's a painful 5 damage, but at least it's gone. I shouldn't feel so threatened at this point in the game. I mean, look at my hand. I've got lots of resources in hand. I've got armor gain. I've got minions that are threatening. I shouldn't feel so concerned, surely. Alright. Here we go. So full on board clear. Now I have control of the board. I don't anticipate losing the board anytime soon.
I intend to deceive.
Yeah, that's good. Ping the minion, not my face. Makes me very happy. Okay, we still have board. Okay, now the real comeback begins. We've got the armor gain in play. Feel safe here. Our opponent is thankful. Huh. Usually when they thank you, it means they're about to kill you. So what are we about to die to? Oh, another compliment. Okay. Thanking us and conceding. Our opponent is quite considerate. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Pemmin's Dragon Druid. Once again, a big thank you to FcBoogax for making me aware of this deck. What a beautiful deck, and a deck that has given me a good chance against Big Priest on the ladder. We know Big Priest is everywhere. Big Priest is frustrating to play against, to the point where, you know, if I face more than 2 or 3 Big Priests in a row, I either go to Standard or I go to Battlegrounds. So the fact that I've had good results with this deck against Big Priest is quite a wonderful thing indeed. And this deck, it's very much flexible. It's defensive, it's offensive, you can switch strategies partway through a game, multiple win conditions, and I think sometimes you get unlucky. I've had games where hyper-aggressive decks have had an amazing start and I've just drawn all of my late game dragons in hand and then just got absolutely obliterated. But, you know, you've still got chances to survive, right? With Armor Gain, Ferocious Howl, Branching Paths. If you can get to those survival tools against aggro, then I think you still stand a pretty good chance. So thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you all again very soon for more Wild Mode fun. But until next time, please stay safe. Please look after yourselves, and as always, please be good to one another.